people, we are here. Andre, how you doing, man?
I mean, look, I'm good. Just spending my day in Ultra Instinct, trying to not run into anything. And then I see something last minute. It was like I
Yeah,
was trying to be
man.
fresh for everything. It
Yeah, I
got me.
couldn't. I couldn't avoid some stuff because people just started asking me stuff. So, hey, it is what it is. Um, what's up, Echoes? So, without further ado, let's just do
Yeah, let's
it.
just get into it. It's only 42 minutes.
Yeah, it's not the last thing I
Hello,
ever seen.
everyone. We'll now present today's Indie World Showcase and Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase back to back.
I do.
First
find
Oh,
it-
that's
I-
why it
Here's
was
the
double.
Indie
That's
World
why.
Showcase.
Yeah, I find it interesting that they decided to go that route. Put
Nah,
it together.
this is a wrap up. This is a wrap up. This is a wrap up for a lot of the third party stuff for Nintendo.
More than
For
likely.
this console, for it to just be for this console.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way they just decided to do these two on top of each other.
Hi, everyone,
Nah.
and welcome to Indie World.
'Cause usually
I'm
it's,
Amber.
And I'm
Uh,
Andrew. We're back.
Nintendo
with more
Direct.
It's
indie
one or the
games
other.
to the Nintendo
Then Indie
system.
World.
All right,
So-
it's time to lay
They said
our
we doing
cards on the
both.
table.
Sure thing. Wait.
And don't
why is
ask
there
us
a
about
Joker
that
in my
damn successor.
Here's the deal.
Shovel Knight gonna be in this, ain't it? I just thought about that because I remember rumors about Shovel Knight having.
No, it ain't gonna be Silk Song.
Ouch! Oof, that's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking but true.
Oh, they're finally putting that card game from The Witcher on the Switch.
Control Vampire Survivors.
Darkstalker? Oh no, Vampire Survivors. Shoot. Oops, I was thinking Savior.
Okay, I'm starting to get confused.
It's an indie crossover. 'Cause that game Vampire Survivors is pretty popular.
Among. Okay, so they just doing this with.
They just
whoever.
doing card sets.
Yeah. Friends of Jimbo. Uh-huh.
This is a
Hola,
free update.
som Nova d'Estudio, l'equip darrere de Gris i ara el pròxim joc Neva. El nostre joc és una història de maternitat on els jugadors assumeixen el rol de l'Alba. Començaran la seva aventura al costat d'una petita lloba anomenada Neva.
Els capítols inicials del joc mostraran com l'Alba haurà d'encoratjar i protegir una jove neva dels perills del seu món. Però al final del joc, una neva més gran i ferotge es convertirà en la protectora de la seva figura materna, l'Alba.
El equipo ha estado trabajando duro para mostrar una conmovedora perspectiva sobre cómo quienes nos protegen eventualmente necesitarán nuestro cariño y cuidados también. Estamos encantados de poder compartir las últimas novedades del juego y esperamos que os unáis a Alba y Neva en su aventura en Nintendo Switch.
Okay, what in the world? Oh, okay, I know what this is. Hey, got a release date. October 25th. October 15th. Never. Never, ever, ever.
Never ever.
Never, ever, ever.
Creep and crawl your way up the corporate ladder of a bizarre insect megacorp that's buzzing with mysteries.
Insect
In
Megacorp?
this surreal RPG, you'll take on the role of Moth Cubit, an ordinary employee who's recently received a promotion.
But this is no time to celebrate. The threat of a mysterious event known as the final process is looming. Can Moth and his fellow bugs save the company? Or even reality itself?
As you investigate the cramped cubicles and creepy corridors of the corporation, you'll befriend bugs from all walks of life. each with a story that's interwoven with Moth.
Not
Well,
everyone would be
This is
friendly, though.
definitely not a game
Take on
for anybody that
enemies
has
in
phobia
verbal
of
showdowns
insects.
with multiple
Yeah, I know,
dialogue
like-
choices, and be sure to bring your fighting words.
Your choices influence how the story progresses. There are multiple secrets, quests, and endings to unravel. So experiment and see what happens.
Moth Cubit
Okay.
buzzes onto Nintendo Switch next spring.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're AJ and Dio from Tokyo Productions in Indonesia. We're part of Coffee Talk team, and with our much missed friend and the original creator Fahmi, we created Coffee Talk
Yeah,
and Coffee Talk
Heard
episode
that
2.
he had passed
Hey
away.
everyone, I'm Amanda Winterstein,
okay.
a game designer and a writer.
I think he passed
I was
away
the
right
co-writer
after the
of
second
Coffee
game
Talk,
came out,
Hibiscus and
or right
Butterfly,
before it. One of the
alongside
two.
Junkie at Tokyo.
Ow.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Kentaro Ogawa, a writer and English to Japanese games translator. I had the privilege to work on
Because I
the
remember
Japanese
correctly, it was
translations
supposed to be
of
a
both
third
Coffee
game
Talk
to the
games.
series.
Today, we are thrilled to announce that
we are
partnering with Chorus to expand the Coffee Talk world.
We've been hard at work over the last year to come up with a story that retains the cozy elements Coffee Talk fans are fond of, but at the same time brings something new to the table.
And now, we're very proud to announce an exciting new game for Coffee Talk fans.
Coffee Talk Tokyo.
I mean, that was probably already the plan anyway.
Yeah. Love that lo-fi vibe.
The series is actually pretty good. The characters and the stories are usually really wild.
So is this like a visual novel or something?
It sort of.
Okay.
I guess you could classify it as that. It always has lo-fi music playing in the background.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I do love me some lo-fi, man. I'm finding myself loving lo-fi more and more, dude.
If you want a game that's just going to be relaxing to play, like where you're just in there for the story, this would be it. It kind of makes me wonder what happened with all the characters in Seattle.
And this one, I'm like, I don't even care to know. I'm just vibing.
Okay, so Hendry's there.
Why would he be in Tokyo though? If they were in Seattle?
Well,
Let's
he
check out
travels.
some upcoming
Oh.
downloadable content that will take you to new
Oh, I know about
and
this one.
unexpected places.
Yeah, I know about this.
Discover a
I gotta
miniature
finish this
clockwork
game.
world in the Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker DLC. Gear up for a journey full of oddities and wonders.
gotta
in
get
which
it and play
Valir
it.
and Zale will have to play
That's
their
what I was
new
like,
I mean, it's a
gotta
fun
get it
game, but I got to a point where I didn't want it to end, and then I started playing
Zale
other
will
stuff, and it just
transform
went
into
all
a
over the place
skillful
after that.
juggler, while Valir will dazzle as an acrobat. Together with new playable character
Straight up
Artie,
Chrono Trigger.
they'll explore new areas and battle through dangerous dungeons in their quest to save the world of Orlage.
A malevolent spectacle awaits when this free DLC for
So,
Sea of
was it-
Stars
okay,
launches on
interesting.
Nintendo Switch next spring.
Yep.
Hey, get out of my swamp!
Sorry, Amber, but just like onions, this swamp has layers
Power
of
washer.
dirt
So
that
you-
need to be
now we're
blasted
gonna
away.
be
Ugh,
cleaning
fuck.
Shrek's swamp.
I'm over
Are
it.
you
Any
serious?
muddy good time in the Shrek
You're gonna be power
Paid
washing Shrek's
DLCs for
swamp.
Power Wash Simulator. Feel like an
That's just
all-star
funny.
as you wash away the grime covering 5
That's
fairy
not
tale
grime.
maps from the Shrek universe.
I don't know what it is,
including
but it ain't
Shrek's
grime.
very own
Yeah, that's
swamp
not
and
grime.
the Dragon's Lair.
Don a shiny suit of armor with a new night-themed character model. And get your power washing game on when the
Alrighty.
Shrek Special Pack
All
DLC
right.
makes a splash on the Nintendo Switch system this fall.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Toby.
Our team has been working on a new game called Morsels. You play as a mouse fighting against the forces of wicked cats, using magical cards to transform into a bunch of
What
weird
did the
little
cats
monsters.
do to you?
It's a challenging roguelike
Where
set in
did
a
they touch
grungy,
you, sir?
whimsical world.
When I first pitched Morsels 4 years ago, it was a simple top-down shooter, which is a genre I
Top-down
love.
shooter. Okay.
Since then, with the help of Sam and our programmer Higgy, we've been able to turn it into something much cooler and night efficient. I hope when people play Morsels, they enjoy the frenetic action, but are also charmed by the game's personality.
Please enjoy the first ever trailer for our strange little game.
Thank you.
I'll say this right off the bat. The pixel art was good. I don't know if I like how some of these character designs look, though. Goodness.
Yeah, that's the thing of nightmares.
Wait, when people do this stuff, like, does everybody think that you have to go the grotesque route?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's what they like. You never know.
I guess. That looks like the Great Mighty Boo.
They say home is where the heart is. And that's especially true for this next game.
That's right. Household objects, appliances, and even concepts turn into eligible love interests in
Oh, hell no.
everything.
Oh, hell no.
Why do we gotta make inanimate objects
With
thing
100
dateable? Like
characters,
what?
Oh,
what?
no.
plenty
Why?
of unconventional
hell
partners
no.
to choose from.
Why?
Fall
Oh,
madly
hell
in love
no.
with Fabrizio the cabinet. Become
Like
besties
that? How
with
lonely
Shelly the
you gotta
shelf,
be?
or come to despise Doug. Your overwhelming sense of existential dread.
I think I'll pass on Doug.
I
Can I
guess
fall
they
in love
think
with
this
the
is
lamp?
funny.
No way! Lux the lamp is all mine!
It
But did you
sounds
know
like
that you could
somebody's
even
been
date the
cooped
game
up in a
itself?
house for far
Why
too
don't I
long,
introduce you to Text
and they
Box
don't know
John?
how to deal
Engage
with
in
people.
flirtatious, branching dialogue with these fully voiced characters as you get to know them and form meaningful
Yeah, some
relationships.
concepts need to be
Perish the
cut
thoughts,
at the cutting room
swashbuckler.
floor.
I drive as quick as my whip.
Bring your
I
best dating
drive
game
quick-
because your choices could result not just in love, but also in friendship, or even disdain.
Find the object of your affection when Date Everything launches on Nintendo Switch.
That just
October
sounds gross as
24th.
a concept.
That's disturbing, man.
Hi, I'm Sienna, the lead artist on Peglin.
And I'm Dylan, the game designer of Peglin and the founder of Red Nexus Games. The two of us created the first version of Peglin at a game jam in 2019. The theme of the jam was fall.
That was
We wanted to create
disturbing.
something fun and physicsy. We ended up creating the first version of Peglin's battle system.
When the pandemic started, working on Peglin became a fun and creative escape. We made cute places and enemies for our little goblin friend to explore.
We then
That
added
look
two
like,
of our friends to help
Grogu
speed up
from
development.
The Mandalorian.
And now 4 years later, we're a
It-
team of
it
7,
does.
and we're
It does
excited to
look
bring Peglin
like
to
Grogu.
Nintendo Switch.
Like they
The
took his robe.
dragons have been stealing your gold for as long as you can remember.
The robe off.
It's time to delve into the heart of their lair and exact your revenge with the power of pegs.
Oh, so this is basically
roguelike
Peggle.
Pachinko-inspired RPG.
Peglin, Peggle.
You'll
I
aim
get it.
orbs and hit pegs to deal damage in turn-based battles.
It's
Wait,
Peggle
what?
The
plus
more pegs
it's
you hit,
Peggle plus
The more
RPG.
devastating the blow you'll deal to your enemies.
Bounce your way
That's
to
an
victory
interesting
with
concept,
a variety
though.
of different orbs. Some
Okay.
can split into
I
multiple
I
copies.
could see people
Others
playing
will
this
pierce
and
both
getting
pegs and
stuck on it for
enemies.
hours trying to get the
And
biggest
some will
damage
even
and
heal
hit they
you for
can.
every peg you hit.
I don't
The
think this is
pegs
for me.
themselves have some
I don't
peculiar
really think this
properties
is for me.
too.
Yeah, not
They can
everything for
explode,
everybody.
Help
I
you
know,
unlock
that's
the
what
critical
I'm saying.
power of your orbs
Don't
and
look
more.
fun to
With
me.
careful planning
I'm
and
I'm
aiming,
behind the
you can
idea.
create some
I
spectacular
just don't know if the
combos.
execution.
Relics will radically change your game too. Equip these rare passive power-ups to prevent lethal damage or turn pegs into bombs. Just to name a few. Each run presents new opportunities for possible combinations.
Teach those dragons a lesson when Peglin bounces onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive later today.
Oh,
Look,
it's
had to
already
be
on
one.
there.
Had to be one shadow drop. Had to be one shadow drop today.
Wobbly Island. This man was driving the left seat.
What the heck? Okay.
I swear it's like the people who made Gang Beasts and Human Fall Flat made this.
Probably.
It's just the character animations. Everybody look like they can't hold up their upper body.
Yeah. Like Fall Guys or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's why I say Human Fall Flat, the Gang Beasts.
Okay.
It's Fall
follow
Guys,
my
they got
lead.
that
Watch
oblong
out for
look to them.
Caterpillar.
True.
We're doing great so far. Hey, careful! There's a Andrew.
Oops. Let's try this again. Scoot.
And
Scoot.
jump. Good thing we're tied together.
Look, a key. Let's grab
That
it.
would annoy me with certain
my head.
people.
I'm going in.
Oh. All right, let's slow it down. And jump.
Got it.
Yay!
We make a great team. Now let's try it with 8 players.
Your dialogue is
Oh boy.
crap.
As you can see, cooperation is key in this puzzle platformer. Up to 8 players
Nope.
need to work together.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hell no.
You would have me fighting family members.
And other
Nah,
Nah,
I'm good.
Use
I'm
Ah.
so good.
coordinated movement and puzzle-solving skills to find all the keys and reach every level's exit. There are more
I
than
know I'd be
60
yelling
levels,
at somebody
and
like,
each
man,
one
move
can be
up,
completed
move
no
up,
matter how many
move up. I
players you
told you,
have on your
move up.
side.
Think it'll be a walk in the park?
Let's
Nah,
see
I'm
how we
good.
done lost.
Even greater challenges await in Dark
Don't
Mode,
press.
where your skills and
Okay.
your friendships will be put to the ultimate test.
Get ready for
Thank
multiplayer
Ah!
mischief when Pico
Oof.
Part 2 jumps on
Like you did
Nintendo
not
Switch
get off
Prime
fast enough.
console exclusive later today.
Yeah, I'm good.
Can't get enough indies? Here are some more titles headed to the Nintendo Switch system in the near future.
Okay, so we're doing Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight.
Shovel of Hope DX.
Deluxe edition.
I didn't give a rewind button. All right.
Even though if I remember correctly, isn't it already on Switch?
Yeah, I thought it was already there.
So, it's probably just like additional stuff they throwing on there.
I played the demo for Europa. It looks fun, but I didn't get the point right there.
I think I downloaded it. I never played it.
I like the art style though for Europa. Oh, this finally got a release date. They've been talking about this for a while.
Metal Slug.
Metal
Tactics.
Slug Tactics.
I might just get that. Just to play it.
What's
The Lucky Squire. Oh, Punch Out.
Why the fuck is
Okay.
Squire like
That's all
been
for
taking
today's
steroids?
Hey, where'd you
It's
get
a
that
kid-friendly version of
I
Battletoads.
found it in that tower over
Ah.
there.
That's how I look at
What
that game.
tower?
Yeah, I should have expected that this was going to happen.
Okay. Okay.
This game got really big on Steam. Now, what would be funny is if they had a deal with Nintendo and somehow Wario ended up in this, because
Yeah. That's what I would be trying to do.
that man had a revolver.
I know. I'm getting Ren and Stimpy vibes off this.
Yeah, artistically, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he skateboarding on somebody's face?
Yep. I guess that's
You
time
gotta
mode.
complete each level and then escape the level as it's basically crumbling.
Oh, so Metroid.
Yes, but every level.
Yeah.
That's all for today's Indie World.
But I
We
feel like
hope
that
you
went by
enjoyed
fast.
today's showcase.
It did.
As always, a big thank you to our indie
That
community
inanimate object dating
games
game is
for
still
Nintendo
weird.
Switch.
Yeah, that's
Follow
just
our
yeah.
official Indie
Nah,
World
I'm
account
good,
to
bro.
stay up to date.
Oh, like
on
some things
on the
you
Nintendo
sometimes
Switch.
you don't let the
Stick around for more
you don't let the
exciting
intrusive
news
thoughts
and
escape.
updates in today's
Yeah,
Nintendo
just let
Direct
'em- just
Partner
keep 'em there.
Showcase, starting right
Let
now.
them be thoughts.
Until next time, happy
gaming.
gaming.
That game it just screams. This was built off of intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, like our mind was wandering during the pandemic, and y'all finna find out. Y'all finna find out.
You better find out how depraved I can be.
Yeah. Here's
You
what
see
I
that
was
comb
thinking
over
about.
there? You see that comb over there looking nice and fat, ain't it?
Partner Showcase.
What's wrong with you?
Presentation will be
Yeah, that
focusing
towel
on
rack looking
Nintendo
sexy right
Switch
now.
games launching in the
Like,
spring
bruh.
of 2024 from our publishing and
Like,
development
what's wrong?
Okay,
Were you in the
let's
closet
get
for
to
too
the
long? Were you hiding in there too long?
These
Nah,
games
that's my
are
baby mom.
falling
You
into
talk about
place.
her like that.
Basically.
Tetris.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tetris. with
OG
a compilation of
Tetris.
historic games. Experience the 1988
It's funny
Famicom
how
version of
when
Tetris.
Ubisoft had this, they were the only ones that screwed it up. But everyone else has done decent with it.
Explosions
Yeah.
in
How did you screw it up,
Tetris 2 plus
Ubisoft?
Bobulous. Use special moves to win in Tetris Battle Guided. And more in this interactive
Dang.
museum, including the games shown here.
I ain't know it was like that.
In addition, enjoy the brand new Tetris Time Warp, where you'll jump between gameplay styles from across the series.
Oh, that's okay. That's crazy. That's wild.
That'll be fun
New
and
documentary
frustrating.
clips about the history of Tetris.
I'm glad they
and
didn't do that with Tetris 99.
Tetris Forever drops onto the Nintendo Switch system this year.
Okay, that's
Right
interesting.
before Christmas.
Plus, the NES version of Tetris is coming to Nintendo Switch Online this winter.
Why don't y'all throw in the Game Boy version?
And be on the lookout for a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup event, also coming this winter. Speed into the unknown.
How about no?
The hell?
Journey to the galaxy's depths in
Man
this
got a
high-speed
keytar and a
sci-fi
surfboard.
adventure.
I'm already afraid.
After receiving a mysterious distress signal, you'll venture through a massive alien world to reunite.
Oh,
with
this
your
just feels like the 80s.
Ride the stylish
Oh yeah,
hoverboard
this is
with
definitely
scorching
based off of
landscapes
Back to the
filled
Future
with all
thoughts.
sorts of
Yeah,
alien
this is the
attractions.
80s for real, dude.
Scorching sands.
That's
to
what it's like,
bleak
man. Got a
water.
keytar and a
Each area
surfboard.
will challenge your traversal skills. Along the way, you'll face enemies in frenetic melee combat.
What?
By unlocking
that a
skills
sword?
and combining different abilities, you can find more creative ways to overcome foes. You can also customize the hoverboard to match your riding style. Solve
So the
puzzles
hoverboard turned
and
into a
gather
sword.
resources to boost its speed, steering, gravity, and more. Whether you're racing through terrain at high speeds or in the throes of combat, the hoverboard will be there to help you. Leave no stone unturned as you explore every corner of this vast planet. You never know what or who you'll find. Star Overdrive launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo
Yeah, I'm
Switch
good. I don't
next
know
year.
about it. I'm gonna need a demo for that.
Do whatever floats your goat. Welcome to the vast island of San Angora, where you'll take on the role of a goat. We're not kidding.
Goat
In this
Simulator?
sprawling sandbox adventure, you'll headbutt, lick, and explode your way across the island.
I don't
Wreak havoc on
understand Goat
anything and
Simulator. I
everything
don't
you find.
understand.
It's just meant to be controlled chaos. Oh, it is on there. Trinell, okay. I
You can
didn't
do
realize
all of
it
that
was.
and more. Complete quests and
Probably
gain
missed
karma
it.
to progress the story and unlock
There's a story?
customization options. From fashionable nonsense like floral shirts and inflatable tubes.
This game is just meant to be
variants,
chaos.
including
Just
tall,
chaos the
and
whole
even
way through.
tasty goats.
Okay.
So buckle up and grab your fashion style by the horns. And you're not the only belligerent Billy around here. Unleash all sorts of bad
Oh,
mischief
nah.
in two-player online or couch co-op.
There's
Hope you're
only
ready
two.
to hoof it because the digital version of Goat Simulator 3 rams its way onto Nintendo eShop later
I'm
today.
good.
A lot of
I'm
shadow
good.
drops today.
Game launches on
I'm
Nintendo
good.
Switch.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
There's a lot of shadow drops
A
today.
mix of first reveals and game updates coming to Nintendo Switch.
I can't wait for this. I never played the first one. I just watched the movie. I can't wait for this. It looks like they changed up the play style too. Hey, Star Wars Hunters. Freaking Hoth. Stalker Legends of the Zone trilogy. Huh. Okay, that looks like Angry Birds. All right. Is that Simba? That is Simba.
Make
Can't
Bikini Bottom
believe
your
they would put Simba
playground.
like that. Yeah, Stalker looks interesting.
Is this SpongeBob? No, this is Patrick. The silly sea star from SpongeBob SquarePants stars in this physics-based sandbox adventure. Bikini Bottom
Physics-based
is your
sandbox.
oyster.
Okay.
Make some hilarious mayhem by performing whimsical skydives, digging up treasure in the dump, or even blowing off steam in Mrs. Puff's rage room. Experiment with items you find, from exploding pies to paint tubes, to make the world more Patrick-y. And he's not the only familiar face here.
Not my flavor of game, but okay.
Comical challenges from SpongeBob,
Yeah,
Sandy,
alright.
Squidward, and more.
Buckle up.
Hey, you turned out the lights. Step into Patrick's shorts and the
All
inner
right.
machinations of
That's
his mind.
interesting.
When SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game, launches on Nintendo Switch October.
Why didn't they just call it Patrick's
Pre-orders
Shorts?
begin
Yeah,
later
that's what I'm
today.
That would have been a good name for the game.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Ready for your very own personal trainer?
Okay, let's get started. Ready. 1, 2, jump.
The latest entry in the fitness boxing series is punching its way onto Nintendo Switch.
I might get that.
Newly added features make it easier to train more regularly. Use Quick Workout to jump into an exercise program right after launching the game.
Right. Put the punches together, but it looks like you've got more in you.
Once you're done, try going the distance.
Along with an extra workout.
With Mitt Drills, you'll practice with your instructor at your own pace. Looking good. And in Sit Fit Boxing, you can complete exercise programs while seated for a different training experience.
Did they just
30
came up with
brand new
lazy
songs are
exercise?
Yeah.
There are also 6 instructors,
But
including
no,
2 new
no,
ones.
Andre, that people just make it more
You
accessible.
can change their hairstyles.
Lazy
Just make it more,
exercise?
just make it more accessible.
No, lazy exercise.
Fitness, boxing,
But
Yeah.
then again, I guess for some
personal
people
trainer
that can't,
launches
depending
the
on your
Nintendo Switch
situation.
system
Yeah.
December
But
5th.
Makes
but
it
we
more
know for
accessible.
the most of us, that's just
This
lazy.
is going to be a
Yeah.
match
Exercise.
to remember.
I'll probably pick it up though, because I like the fitness boxing series.
8 Capcom fighting games are
And this is the
crawling
other one I
their way
found
onto
out about.
Nintendo Switch in one collection.
It's pointless for them to
Here's the
keep
complete
doing
roster of games.
the
Capcom versus
Street Fighter
SNK,
Alpha games
Millennium
if
Fight
you're going to do
2000
the
Pro.
arcade version.
Capcom
Yeah.
versus SNK2, Mark of the Millennium 2001.
You know what I'm saying? When I found out about
Project
this is what
This is
This
what
is
everybody
why-
was waiting on.
Yeah, so like this,
Capcom
and
Fighting
there's one more other
Evolution,
one.
And
And I
Power
was
Slide.
like,
Street
Yeah, I'm
Fighter
like,
Alpha
what?
3 Upper,
Oh, that is the
Plasma
PlayStation,
Sword,
the PSP
Nightmare
one.
of Pilstein,
I never played Plasma
Power Stone,
But Power Stone, there you go.
Power Stone and Power Stone
Power
2.
Stone
Two.
2.
Yep. I'm picking it up,
Each
man. I
game
gotta
has
pick it
its
Why
up
own
did
now.
y'all put? Okay, but
and is
Capcom,
playable
why
online.
did y'all put Project Justice on there but not Rival School?
You
I
can
don't
also
know, but I'll
visit the
take- I'll
museum to enjoy artwork
This is what I'll take what I
and
can
music
get.
from each game. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 launches on Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch
I gotta
next
get it.
year.
I'll probably get the
Plus,
first one
jump
too.
into the fray when Marvel vs.
And we
Capcom
finally-
Fighting Collection Arcade Classics hyper combos its way onto Nintendo Switch September 12th. Digital
About
pre-orders
time.
begin later today.
Oh,
On
hold
Nintendo
on.
eShop. The physical
Japanese
version
version
of
of
the game
Marvel
launches on
Superheroes
Nintendo
versus Street
Switch
Fighter is gonna be on
November
there?
22nd.
Yep.
Because they showed Norimaru.
Yep.
And he was not in the
Take a
American
look at
game.
this.
That he was not.
Oh man, I will go online and troll with him and Dan. People will hate me with that cheap combo. I will troll with him and Dan. I will troll so bad with him and Dan. Because for as bad as his moves look, he's a solid character to play with.
Yeah. If you knew what you were doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I got the game, so I know that character.
Yeah, this is the other one that because I've never gotten into the Atelier series, but I think this is the one I'm gonna get this one since it's a new character.
A new starting point.
Yeah, a new starting point. Plus, I kind of like how this looks.
今日はそうただのご挨拶ですとも。
これが私の全力。どうか真相を解き明かして。
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna pick this one up. I've always wanted to get into it, but I always felt like I couldn't get into it because
Atelier series featuring a
You've already moved so far along.
yeah.
Let's see some more headlines.
Or at least I don't want to ask like, okay, which one should I get?
Await in these Nintendo Switch games. HD remasters of the first two Suikoden games.
I knew this was coming.
To Nintendo Switch
I knew this was coming.
Oh, they did it.
Befriend up to
After that,
108 allies in
after
these turn-based
what's it called?
RPGs. During your travels,
Weren't these on PlayStation?
and expand
and
your spheres of
one of them was
influence while fighting for your cause.
I think one was on Saturn. Both of them were on PlayStation. The one of them was on Saturn. I think the first one was on Saturn.
Automate battles with a single button. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD
If you automating the battles, you're kind of losing the point of the game.
Wars launches on
I guess
Nintendo
they're trying to
Switch,
make it quick,
March
make it-
6th, 2025.
They're trying to listen.
Oh, they were on PS3.
The HD
Okay.
2D remake of Dragon Quest III draws near.
Ah.
After gathering your companions,
I'm probably
Draws
getting this one.
you
I'm
can
probably
now
getting this one.
customize their appearance,
I'm probably getting
voice, and more. With the new Monster Wrangler vocation, you can use monster-like abilities to fight enemies and heal allies. There may also be places where you can put monsters to use, but that's for another time. Dragon
Really?
Quest III HD 2D Remake ventures onto Nintendo Switch November 14th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. 3 Castlevania games originally released on the Nintendo
Oh,
DS
Portrait of
system.
Ruin.
Dawn
Hey,
of
my
Sorrow
favorite.
Dominus
Ecclesia.
Collection.
and Order of Ecclesia.
Oh, I love
Rise
Order of
again
Ecclesia.
in a single collection. Arcade
Oh, I
Classic
gotta pick
Haunted
this up.
Castle is also included, featuring the original and
Haunted
the
Castle.
reimagined version.
I knew that.
Gallery that includes exclusive art.
Dude, I
and a
love
music
Order of
player.
Ecclesia.
Castlevania Dominus Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system.
But now they lose the DS.
What the heck is
Oh,
those? Shadow
no.
drops.
You believe
Shadow drops, really?
That
No,
that
I'm
Shadow
going-
drop I didn't expect.
Series returns
All right,
with Sid
I'm
Meier's
going on
Civilization 7. Rule as one of many legendary historical figures, including newly added leaders such as Queen Himiko. Friendship is her strength, and she can initiate diplomatic endeavors that help you research new technologies, expand your territory, establish your empire across the map, and conquer or cooperate with rival civilizations. You can even create your own path through history by choosing different civs with each new age. In the modern age, you can evolve your empire into Meiji
I
Japan,
agree, Chanel.
known
Very
for its
underrated.
scientific strength and
They
military
were really
force.
good. They
Plus,
just
you and your friends
now that
can
you
see
put
your
them on a
kingdoms
single screen
collide
device,
in
you kind of
online
lose
or
part of
local
their
play. Can you create an empire that
part of
stands
what made them
the test
good.
of time?
Yeah.
Turn the page on a
I mean,
I bet it look good on the
new
OLED
chapter
though.
when
Oh, it will.
look good.
I mean, there's
Civilization
workarounds
launches
for
on
there's
the
workarounds
Nintendo
for not
Switch
having the
system
touch screen,
February
but
11th.
it just doesn't feel
Pre-orders
the
are
same.
available now on
Yeah.
Nintendo eShop.
I mean, I already got all the games, but I would still get the collection
Forge
anyway.
bonds,
I don't know
transcending
where
time.
my and this is the other one I found out
Celebrate
about.
the 30th
This I
anniversary
said
of the
this one
Tales
should
Up
come.
series
This
with a
one and
remaster of the action RPG
Exilia 1.
Tales of
Not
Grace's
2.
App.
But this I love the fighting
When
mechanic
the
on this one.
protagonist Asbel and Prince Richard Meet Sophia's children.
We will always be friends.
The three soon become lifelong friends. Several years have since passed. With their strong friendship,
The
and desire to
fighting
protect
mechanic
their
on this
loved
one is off
ones,
the
the
chain.
now grown-up trio get entangled in a conflict that will determine the fate of the world. This remaster
love
adds
this game.
enhancements like destination icons and toggling enemy encounters, as
Oh,
well
nah,
as
I'm never
downloadable
doing that.
content from the original game.
As long as they got everything in there, I'm good. Because this is one of the games where they made the high Ogies easy to
Tales
do.
of Grace's F Remastered launches on
The
Nintendo
high
Switch
Ogies is
January
hard as hell to
17th.
pull off.
Oh yeah, this is
Two
like
adorable
clearance
adventures,
store.
one cozy
This is
bundle.
clearance store drops. My Sims. Said that
Oh,
EA
hell
should have
no.
done that a while ago.
Yeah, they should have been did that.
It was like y'all wasn't putting normal Sims on there. Put My Sims on there. Y'all should have been done that.
I will never understand not putting normal Sims on there.
Especially since you got a mobile version of the normal Sims. They could have easily had both. It's not like the Wii didn't have both.
Yeah. Yeah, Geronimo. Everybody wants that animal crack money.
They should have done it a little bit sooner.
More help is wanted.
The hell?
It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nights at Freddy's.
Takes to manage this perilous pizzeria. Test your skills
Help wanted.
and your nerves.
That's the
in this
one place I'm
first-person
never
horror
working.
game. As the newest employee of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, you'll have
The
plenty
most
of
dangerous
challenges,
version of Chuck E.
such as
Cheese in existence.
performers
I know.
prep for a show in the Pizzaplex Salon, getting high scores by playing nostalgic arcade mini games, and hopping on attractions like a log ride. Sounds easy enough, right? But you'll be doing all of this while avoiding animatronic atrocities along the way. Become a Fazbear Entertainment superstar in Five Nights at Freddy's. Help Wanted 2.
Somehow I feel like this
on
descriptor
Nintendo
is not
Switch
how the game
this
actually
holiday.
is.
And
Yeah,
if
I
you're looking
don't.
for more adventures in the Mega Pizzaplex, help Cassie find her friend and escape the ruins in this free story DLC for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Let's check out some Nintendo Switch games launching in time for the holidays.
It's like, everybody, hurry up and get your stuff out because we switching consoles. Get it all out.
You better. Ah, Epic Mickey. I'm surprised they didn't do a 2-game bundle.
They're probably doing them individually. So that
Tales of
they
Shy.
can ramp up to that third game.
So you think they're gonna do it?
I think they will. If
I remember
this game does
Spectre-
enough, if this game makes enough, Disney's going to green light the second one, and then they will green light the production of the third game that was supposed to be made.
Yeah, 'cause I remember, Spectre saying he wanted to do it, but they just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because Disney killed the development team.
Well, Disney killed the whole studio. Didn't they kill their whole gaming studio?
Yeah, that's what I meant. They killed the whole gaming studio, so it looks like they finally decided they gotta do it again.
Holiday 2024. I still can't believe this is coming.
I'm not surprised.
I find it funny. I find it funny.
Okay, Microsoft, what you putting on Switch?
Halo Master Chief Collection.
Me? I should ask the same of you.
Oh yeah, Vicky gonna love this one.
I was out here flying on dragons trying to cut each other down.
But it's Room Factory. Vicky
Which,
gonna love this.
which you wouldn't think that would be Room Factory.
No.
After a calamity struck, the energy sources known as runes ceased to exist, and the land fell into decline.
A
In
black
this
dragon.
fresh take on the Rune Factory series, step into a bigger adventure than ever before. As an earth dancer, you'll channel the spiritual powers of nature through dance.
The fact it's called Rune Factory is the problem.
To help crops grow faster. And the sacred parasol to summon
Hey, I
rain.
saw that on Demon
These treasures and your earth dancer abilities can revitalize the land. Restore this once fruitful region to cultivate fields.
Minecraft with RPG elements.
And more to revive and establish prospering
Dakota
villages.
of Rice and Ruin.
Yeah.
Venture through the enchanting lands of Azuma, but beware, monsters may lie in wait. Harness your earth dancer
It do look
abilities
like
to
a pretty
confront
good
them
fight engine,
and
though.
restore certain monsters to their human
If I didn't have to
forms.
do the farming parts, I'd jump on this off the real. So Shadow,
As you settle into village life, get to know the community around you and deepen your relationships to find friendship or even romance. Who knows? A wedding could even be on the
Yeah,
horizon.
this is definitely for Vicky.
Yep, like I said, Vicky will love this.
Beloved series reimagined.
On Rune
You
Factory.
got, you
Yeah.
got farming, messed up relationships,
Rune Factory
and
And then
violence.
she gets to kill dragons.
Launching
Yep,
on Nintendo
Vicky.
Switch next spring.
Vicky written all over it.
Next,
Definitely.
will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
I see y'all chat. What's up?
Oh, like a
Whoa,
dragon.
what?
Immerse yourself
The
in the
first one?
story that started the
I
epic
thought this couldn't be on the Switch.
Kiwami.
That whole thing, I thought this
Meet
ain't.
Kazuma
There's no way
Kiryu,
possible.
Yakuza, accused of murdering his clan's
Which means if
patriarch.
this is on there, the rest of the series is
A
gonna
young
slide on there.
girl on the run. Two individuals whose fates
Yeah, 'cause
intertwine.
this the first one, ain't it?
Yeah,
Set in Kamurocho,
the remake of the first one.
largest entertainment district. Kiryu must navigate the
And that
twists
means it's
and
the one with
turns of
Okada.
Tokyo's underworld
Okada and
while
Kenny Omega on
confronting
this one.
rival gangs. Swap between 4 fighting styles in real-time combat.
Okay.
Fight bare knuckle.
Yeah,
Or
Okada's
arm
on this
yourself
one.
with makeshift weapons and go up against anything in your way. There are also plenty of distractions to be found in Kamurocho. So take
Alright,
a break.
make
I
out.
mean, this was technically the replacement series for Shenmue anyway.
Yeah, it was basically.
Discover how the epic series began when Yakuza Kiwami launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th.
Damn.
That's
It
all.
couldn't be done though.
Nintendo Direct
Yeah,
Hardcore
I mean,
Showcase.
Like, who said that though? Who said it couldn't be done? Like,
Somebody said that a while
everybody
ago
was saying, dude, everybody was saying that.
because of that rushed port for the Japanese Wii U
Yeah,
for Yakuza 3.
the one that had obvious issues.
yeah.
Because it was a rushed port.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so seeing as how I knew about some of this stuff, I enjoyed it.
I left a comment already. I think it was on one of Spawn Waves videos, maybe, and I said, never before has a console with 8 years on it had releases like this, and still stuff to
So
show
many.
for the future. Like, so like you can't help but give this a W. If this is a PlayStation platform this long, it's Just Dance games. It's, you know, FIFA roster updates, Tiger Woods roster updates. That's what you're getting. Versus this system is like you continue to get new games, new ports, new indie games, brand new indie games. Like the last indie game for Wii U was Axiom Verge, I think, and that was 2015. Like,
No, Wii was still getting indie games up until 2017. No,
did it?
it was still getting indie games up until about 2020. I know because I bought some of them.
Like notable ones,
Not
Okay.
not like big notable ones, but I know
I was about
bought
to say, like, it
some
was
of them.
stuff like the letter coming out every day until it ended. But the last notable one I think was, I think it probably was Action Verge. I
Yeah,
can't really think of-
the last big one was Action Verge. Then yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't it amazing what 143 million units sold will do to make your game run? I'm sorry, dude. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. And we joke here about it, but like every time they hit another sales milestone, a game magically appears that could not ever run.
Yeah, that's all those things go out of the window. It's just funny how that works. But we know because we've been around. We've seen people create games for the Game Boy, so it's there's no excuses.
If the game can go on mobile, it can go on this. If the game can go on PS4, it can go on this. If you're doing a PS4 version, I don't want to hear that. There's some games that are getting PS4 versions.
So
I'll leave it at that. So I mean, I just like I said, I think it's funny that games that couldn't ever run all of a sudden can magically run now. Once your sales expectations haven't been met, your game can run.
And it's not like and people, they want to count the specs and stuff. Well, the Switch only has three processing cores, and the other ones have 8. And I'm like, yeah, realistically, that's only like 6 on those other platforms because the other 2 are reserved for the OS. I think the Xbox One is 7 now. It's either PS4 or Xbox One. They give the developers 7 cores. And even then, like, what are they used for? Because if you're talking about certain physics and stuff like that, all that stuff can be ported to the other 3 cores that the Switch uses in different ways. And if you're talking about you just have a whole bunch of threads, schedule the threads out differently on the other 3 processors. It's not complicated. No. And that's one of those things where you start having conversation with people and all they want to do is be reductive and say, well, it's 3 versus 8 or 3 versus 7 or 6 or like twice as many cores or whatever. And I'm like,
they don't all get used anyway.
Yeah, you're using those threads for audio. Like the Switch has a DSP. You don't have to use any of that. Like there's games that use the CPU. They use the main CPU on Wii U to do interpolation of pixels, and there's an interpolation unit on the GPU. Like it's just things like that happen, and it's always the fault of the hardware, and I that's why I made the comment I made this morning or whatever. Or it's actually yesterday. That like all these things that people are asking for, they existed in games ever since 3D engines were available, and it's possible. If you want your game to be 60 frames per second, start with your engine being 60 frames per second. If you want it to be 1080p, start with your engine being 1080p.
I think the main problem is we never talked about them before.
Yeah.
Like during the 6th gen, ain't nobody lead with my game 60 frames a second. Nobody led with that.
No.
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
No. And every time that it was like mentioned on the back of a box or something like that, it's in addition to, hey, this game is coming to your system. Like it's just the game first and then
or it's in small print.
Yep.
Halftime was in small print, because Tales of Funny never had that on the box because it didn't matter.
Exactly. Nobody knew it was 60 frames per second until after the fact, and people code dumped or whatever.
That's why I laugh when I hear people say, "Oh, if you can't tell with your naked eye with 60 frames per second, you're blind." Like, bro, you don't know because when Nier Automata dropped, you thought it was 60 frames a second. It was not. So clearly, you can't tell either. Like, I wish people stop saying that.
And you played it in 900p until it was 1080p on Switch.
Yeah, so miss me with that. Oh, you can tell with the naked eye. No, you can't. You're waiting on Digital Foundry just like everybody else.
Yep.
Because you don't have the tools to actually to tell if that game's running at 60 or not.
Hell, they don't have the tools. They counting pixels using Paint still. Using Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man. When you start getting that reductive, I don't know what the conversation is about anymore. It's always been about the games. And this system has a lot. I've never felt more broke both ways for a platform before. Not just money. We're talking about time. Yeah. When am I going to play all these games? Like DLC just got announced for a game on this. On the game I'm playing right now? Like I haven't finished Steel Stars. There's already DLC. Like what am I?
Yeah,
When am I
gotta
gonna have
do
time?
that too. I got to do that too. So yeah.
When am I gonna have time? But I felt like if I didn't jump in and play it, I was going to miss something special. So, and it is a really nice game. So, yeah, I strongly suggest people play that. But either ways, I saw a lot that I liked here. I watched it earlier today, but no, I saw a lot of what I liked. So I'm an RPG fan, so I'm gonna like all of that there anyway. Not so much Rune Factory, but the fact that it's there, I do want to try it at some point. So it's always good for me. And Yakuza, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I never played it, so it might get picked up. There's a lot of stuff. The only problem is there's stuff that I know I can't mess with because I'm getting Tales of Grace's F. So
yeah, finally coming. So did we talk about that at some point? And I think you got one. Was this one of the games that got leaked?
No, this is one of the games people thought was coming because it was that one in Tales of Exilia. Because Bandai Namco, ever since that stuff with Jim Ryan last year with the whole Microsoft thing, they've been putting a whole lot of stuff out, which makes me believe, like you said on the earlier podcast, that it was Sony doing that, and now Sony let them out of all that stuff, and now they're trying to just put the games out.
So, and I'm wondering now how deep that rabbit hole goes too.
It got to go deep because this don't make no sense. If Exilia 1 and 2 come and Zestiria and Berseria come, I'm like, okay, now that just confirms it, especially on the Bandai Namco side, because I'm like you said, why we ain't got? I posed a question last week. Why haven't we got Soul Calibur 2 on Switch?
It's crazy.
Been there.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
I got 2 GameCube controllers. Why ain't it on the Switch?
Yeah.
So I understand Microsoft and Sony won't be able to get Link. That's a personal issue. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, sounds like they should have came up with that franchise first. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Or make an equally great one, I guess.
Or maybe not have third-party characters represent your consoles.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. So I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have had. You should have had your own. You could have put Jack and Daxter in there, or freaking, Master Chief. You could have did that. Ain't nobody use Spawn and Heihachi.
Like Heihachi. Oh, okay. Good. Like even the Wii U got that character in the game. So like, what do we?
So yeah, I mean, can't get mad at them for that. But yeah, the Indie Direct.
Yeah, but
the Partner Direct. Yeah.
the Indie Direct for me gave me more hope because one of those games, the Pingle game, I can't think of the name of it or whatever, but that was one of those game developer challenge type games that ended up getting a big Kickstarter backing, and that kind of stuff is like true indie development, and they seem so proud that their game is coming to Switch. Like they just really, really were happy about it, and I'm like, I'm just thinking about the future at this point now. And all Nintendo has to do is spotlight, more developers that are blooming like this, and we might get the second coming of B tier games.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I'm hoping.
Yeah, because we need those guys back. We need our Midways and Acclaims and all that. We need them back because, this is.
Midway and Acclaim, the studios, not the publisher.
Yeah, the studios,
because they had their own internal teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, dude. I miss Gauntlet.
Yep, and that sucks because that old school Atari.
Yeah,
you can't really get that kind of stuff back anymore.
Because one thing I've always wondered, like, why haven't NetherRealm jumped back on the side scrolls like Mortal Kombat Mythologies, like Shaolin Monks and
didn't that do well across?
Shaolin Monks did well.
Shaolin Monks did. Mythologies didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, Mythologies.
Yeah. Well, Sub-Zero was too hard, and the special forces when people just didn't buy it, they didn't market that one either though.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. They did not market.
I think I saw one commercial for that game one time,
and that's it. So, the Shaolin Monks though was off the chain. That's why I was like, if they wanted to, they should have did smaller games in between their Mortal
Mortal
bigger ones
Kombat.
to actually like expand out. Like, 'cause that's all that's all Shaolin Monks was.
I mean,
we wanted to expand out the lore. And it
what's
was,
to stop them? What's to stop them from going back to their roots? Like, so NetherRealm got spun up because they wanted to get away from Midway, right, and do their own thing.
No, Midway was gone.
Yeah, I'm saying like as far as the studio goes, like the
Well,
old Sal DeVita team.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, by then
Yeah.
Midway was already under. I think Warner Brothers just bought the scraps.
Yeah.
So what's to stop them from going back to that old time frame and like this is how they?
Oh, I already know the answer to that. Warner Brothers execs. Warner Brothers don't care.
But you get new IP and new trademarks out of that though.
Dude, I don't care. I gotta get a bigger yacht than Leonardo DiCaprio, dude. I don't think you understand that.
You don't get but you don't get Mortal Kombat 4 without War Gods.
You don't, but I don't care. Did you see the size of my yacht?
Yeah, I forgot about
I need an upgrade. It's sitting in Miami Harbor right now. I need an upgrade, man.
Dietrich with the M2 and the 3DO, they all like and Infinium Labs Phantom. It's like we're gonna sell you this console that doesn't exist. Yeah. So
that's
all
why-
that investor money and roll the hell out.
That's why. That's why Mortal Kombat 1 released how it released. When the last time you saw a Mortal Kombat game from NetherRealm get pushed out like that and had all them damn problems across all systems? Now people gonna sit there and pretend like Microsoft and Sony did not have problems. They did.
Mortal Kombat 11 look way better than Mortal Kombat 1 on every platform. Just about.
Like you can say what you want to about the Switch version of 11. That fighting, the fighting was smooth.
6 frames a second.
Yeah. Now they did smooth out the graphical issues. They sorted them out and patched them, but the gameplay was on point.
Yep.
Not Mortal Kombat 1. They just released that mess.
Go back to the drawing board. They try to cash a check. I get and there was the other thing too. They were trying to make money on the back end because they keep selling these character packs. Yeah, that wasn't a good.
That's why I'm kind of glad Nintendo bought Shiver, because now they don't have to worry about that. They can have Shiver work on the port while they're working on it, and it shouldn't have that problem if you got your own in-house port team.
I'm just like, Shiver, go talk to Microsoft. Port Killer Instinct.
At this point, Microsoft is a third party anyway.
What they need to do is go talk to Microsoft and say, hey, we noticed you ain't doing nothing with Blinks and Time Sweeper. Let us go ahead and make that collection.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Like the stuff that kind of won't sell to their fan base. I'm surprised they haven't been like, hey, since they all buddy, like, look, use that to your advantage. Hey, y'all want a new cameo?
I think that's where it's going. I don't think it's going to be the franchise we want, but they're gonna let it fail on Xbox first, and then they're like, port the Switch, port the PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't see why
they got to put it on their platform first to show that it's not viable for their platform,
and they actually have to sell because they need a portfolio to sell Game Pass too. So there is going to come to everything's going to come to Xbox first.
Yeah,
so,
which I don't have a problem with. I don't.
I'm just like, as long as you spend the money, like, because you're going to get money back by porting to the other two platforms, right? Spend the money. Please don't do shitty ports to PlayStation, and don't do shitty ports to Switch. Don't.
At this point, I don't think they can afford to, because they already got like a bad reputation. Because gamers already hate them because they think they bought up everybody and did it on purpose to stifle. And I'm like, dude, they didn't. I'm like,
no.
The whole thing with Activision, y'all wanted Activision Sold. Y'all wanted old boy out. Y'all want Kodak out.
Yep.
Y'all wanted them out, and now all of a sudden, because they went up for sale, because that was literally the only way they was gonna be able to get rid of them, because dude's severance package made no sense.
Oh yeah,
his severance package was literally going to tank the company.
Yeah.
Yep.
So somebody's gonna buy them, and if you think Microsoft bad, wait till you see Amazon, Google, and Tencent, because they was and Apple. They were the other four that were looking. Google was looking, and Google didn't, and Google had let go of Stadia, and they were looking. So
and Tencent is horrible. Like, I don't know, that would be a bad idea for them to acquire Activision. They just gobbling up people with venture capital. So
Yeah, so I mean,
I hate politics being in gaming.
you saw what happened with Embracer Group. Embracer Group bought all that stuff and then fired everybody, but everybody quiet as a church mouse about it. But all right. And Echoes, I see you. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Bandai Namco does that now. I would not be surprised if they do go ahead, Shadow, and put instead of doing like what they did with Microsoft, Sony, do the online, probably do an actual, hey, here go the game,
physical
remastered,
release.
Remastered. I mean, make some money off of it. Hell, put them amiibo in it too.
That would be where the real money comes from.
With that amiibo money.
That kind of died down too. Like I don't understand why it went off a cliff like that, because the demand is still there. Anytime they announce,
it ain't went off a cliff.
This is the quiet before the storm.
Yeah.
Don't let them fool you. They gonna look, next console gonna launch. We gonna get a slew of them things. I already know what's happening.
And I think this time it's gonna actually be some third parties out, because some third parties have been wanting to get their hand in it.
I swear I said it before. If 2K was smart and they would have got the WWE games on the Switch, it'd be super easy to sell wrestler amiibos. They would sell out everywhere.
Can you imagine people? Man, people would have had The Rock. They would have had Roman Reigns.
And
Stone Cold.
Here's the dirty way they could do it. For the Switch or the next console, the WWE amiibos could be used for the DLC packs for the characters. So you buy a package of the DLC amiibos and you scan them in to unlock the characters. Where everybody else just got the money, they just pay for the digital version. Now you got a little statue that one acts as a playable partner, and on top of that unlocks the character in the game. And you can sell them in packs for $30 a piece.
And that way, guess what? You just got a profit motive for your DLC now. Now you can charge more for your DLC.
Yep.
So
and
it's
a lot of people collect the amiibo to have just to collect them.
Yep.
So you gonna make money anyway. You're gonna make money anyway.
I mean, that's what I do. Unfortunately, I have too many behind me that are unopened. So it's a real bad habit.
I have a few that are unopened. I have a few. So
I have several dozen, and that's probably bad, but I have a wall of them.
Yeah, but that's just thinking out loud. But yeah, I mean, I can see Bandai Namco putting like stuff on here now. But especially since because I don't know what the world going on with Japan. We're gonna have to talk about this more on Sunday. But if that price increase to PS5 is true,
well, it's already happened here.
No, I'm talking about the one that's going again in Japan. There's another one.
They're doing it again, but
so I thought they were supposed to be green though. I thought they was in the black once they sold.
Yeah, supposedly it was profitable by the end. It was the end of 2021. They put out a statement and said that
they definitely lied. They lied. They lied.
But we knew this anyway. PlayStation were always loss leaders. They're not like,
and they can't afford it.
That's why I still say like at least a third of those PS5s are sitting in scalpers' garages somewhere waiting to be actually sold off.
Because people weren't buying them. People waiting. They wasn't buying them. And the other thing that like if this PS5 Pro thing is true, I'm like that's a big mess up. That's a big miscalculation.
Like 4 years.
PS4 Pro did not sell that well. PS4 Pro and Xbox One X did not sell that well. There's no point in doing them.
Now it was cool for me because I didn't, buy one at first. So I was one of the few people that like, okay, cool, I'll get a Pro then.
So I felt left out because I never got either one of those platforms. I didn't get an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro. I stuck with the OGs. And when the OG got hot, I just opened it up and put a new compound in it. Everything's fine. So then now it don't sound like a jet engine anymore. But I just really don't think that services the audience well, because it creates so much confusion. And you, even if you're not segmenting the audience, you are, because now you've got three boxes sitting on the shelf, and if the gamer doesn't know which one to get, the parent damn sure ain't gonna know.
Yeah. And now I will give Microsoft will pass on that because that OG Xbox One, and I told y'all my issues I had with my day one Xbox One, where the damn thing didn't even work. And basically I got told to buy Xbox One S.
Yeah, your streaming didn't work. My DVR didn't work.
Didn't work.
Like, it only worked in first party games. Like any third party games I had, and I tried to it fails. Or suspend didn't work sometimes. Like I would come into a game and it'll just restart.
Yeah, it was my streaming and my suspend didn't work.
That's
in my day one. And that's what I said. I understand why Microsoft did it. Sony didn't have no reason to do it.
Yeah.
They didn't. They was already winning. They was already winning because PS4 was selling like hotcakes. So
and they was winning with lies and mistruths.
I think it was because they heard of Scorpio. But since they heard of it, they're like, "Oh well, we can't let them do the thing."
Like they had to because they were actually fixing stuff that was not working.
Yeah,
it's a difference when you're doing a refresh because you have to, as opposed to doing it because I'm scared they're gonna catch up. Like,
yeah. I mean, and that was the same thing with the 360 as well too. It was literally okay. All these red rings, bro. We got to come up with a Xbox 360S or whatever we got to do because every revision we come out with, it just they completely
wasn't working.
Yeah.
So, boy, the stuff. So now we are full into speculation season. Now that we got this out the way, so be prepared to see stuff that don't make no sense, like the Switch 2 get a delay when they never got an actual release date.
I mentioned this to Rob. I think there's going to be a full blowout of Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
If not by the end of this year, it'll be the beginning of next year.
It's
I'm shooting for the beginning.
Yeah, it's going to be before they do the direct for the successor. It's going to be before that.
They'll do a mini direct for Brothership. Probably, and that's pretty much going to be it for them as far as Nintendo first party goes, and then it'll be. Oh man, sometimes
remember that was canceled because Nintendo wanted to switch development to the next platform. Remember, because that was happening.
Sure, I like going back to like my old video. It's just crazy. Like I can just go back like 5 years and say, "Hey, this isn't going to happen," and then it doesn't. It's just funny. And it's not. I'm not trying to take your name, Andre, but some things are just common sense. Like you just know, like Nintendo don't operate like that. That ain't what they do. They like to make money off their consoles, unlike the other.
Well, that all they are is a toy was a toy company. I mean, they don't have other divisions like. Well, Sony was a conglomerate, and Microsoft was Microsoft. They didn't have that stuff. Them and Sega only did gaming,
games and toys.
But and what's so crazy about that is it's not the W you think it is because both of those two is Microsoft is $1 trillion company. Please tell me why they still had to lie to their investors to bankroll every Xbox. They shouldn't have had to do that.
Because if they didn't, because Bill Gates was gone. If they didn't, they was gonna be gone.
Yeah,
they had to lie. They didn't have a choice.
Sony the same way. They're like, hey, well, let's bundle PlayStation over with Sony Ericsson, and that's why we lost revenue. That's why. Don't worry. Never mind the PS3. Never mind. It's just crazy to me. They
do what they got to do.
They hide profit losses, and I'm like, at some point, the truth is going to come out, and then. You know, I have these conversations with people on Twitter all the time, and they don't seem to get and understand what net profit is. So it just bewilders me because I'm like, hey, you got these other two big conglomerates. They're literally operating off debt.
Yeah.
What the stock market gives them is temporary cash for them to stay alive. Like if the market crashes today,
they're done.
Nintendo could still be a business.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
They have cash to afford the next 2-3 systems. Like,
and this was when people were bashing the Wii U. That's why I keep saying like people think that this is gonna be down. I'm like, dude, they control the narrative now.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. They control the narrative. Once
Yeah,
that
so-
happened, it was over for everybody. Once they did that, it was over. So
No more IGN, no more GameStop telling you lies before you pick up your system. Like it's everybody has a YouTube account. Everybody can go on YouTube and clearly see what this is. So when you walk into the store, Joe behind the corner because he's mad, he's making $7 an hour, can't lie to you.
Yep. And in the words of the muses from the animated Hercules, that's the gospel truth.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, peeps. Leave a comment. Let us know what you liked. I know y'all picking up Capcom Fighting Collection because Project Jess is in it, and yes, I will be rocking that day one. So just leave a comment. Let us know what you guys are looking forward to. How bad your wallet will be hurting in September, and we will see you guys back here on Sunday. Shadow, anything you want to pimp out?
No, I may or may not do a video tonight, depending on how I feel about a franchise we did not see tonight. So, just pay attention to the channel, and if not, then just look on Twitter. And I don't know, who knows? I might do a little live talk on Twitter too. We'll see.
All right, cool. I'm gonna figure out something to do, but just know it'll be Sunday. Other than that, just check the YouTube community tab and the Discord. And just to see what I've got planned. I may do a Shadow live stream Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Depending on if I can get stuff done. But yeah.
One more alibi. I want, maybe in the comments of this video after it posts, put in the comments whether you would like to see YouTube shorts of these podcasts. Like if you like Jay's live stream, if you wanted like a shorter version, or any of my videos or anything like that, if you like the shorts in general, just kind of let us know. And then, because we'll go from there. Because the feedback that we get from the tools isn't exactly, it doesn't reflect what I hear back directly. So I would just like to hear more. Other than that,
what you hearing? Because I don't hear nothing.
that people like them, but then I look and I see like the views and some of like the click-throughs or whatever. But since it's a short form video, it's over with quickly. You're not going to rewatch it a million times. It may loop like a couple times or whatever, but you don't really get a gist of what people like about it from just glancing at whatever the page tells you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Do that. So we'll see you guys back on Sunday. So peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining. Chat. Y'all know we appreciate you. And we'll see you guys Sunday. Peace out, people.